Alright, getting into Lucky Battle. Just a reminder that the loadout we've got is Railshot, Raccoon, Explodon, and Rocket Barrage. Let's get to it. So this first round, this first map of Lucky Battle can be a little dicey, but once you make it through that, it gets a lot easier because you'll want to keep your ultimate charge charged, your energy shot charged, and then if you have an ultimate on deck, that'll just make it that easier to start the next round. So we'll make it through this first one. Might be a little clumsy, but it should be worth our trouble. And I've not tried this combo, so I have no idea if it's going to work, but on paper, I think it looks like it's going to be helpful, so let's just see what happens. No boosts here. That's part of that's part of Lucky Battle that you may not be familiar with. You're not going to be able to get any sort of advantage there. So far, that seems to be working pretty well. It's not awful. It might have helped if I'd went with a stronger mob, but I like the Raccoon as it hits the gates because you just cover a lot more ground that way. So, not too shabby. So I'm going to do a time lapse here. So I got you the first one. I'll do a second one because I've got some charges and I want to demonstrate how that works for setting the stage for the next one. So I've got the energy shot charge. I've got the champion charge. I don't believe I have the ultimate though because I wasn't really... Oh, I do. There we go. That gives you some breathing room. So we'll do this. And I'll time lapse just to kind of show you how easily it was to get from one to the next. Not bad. I gotta tell you, I think that Explodon is doing a lot of the heavy lifting here, guys. Probably should have saved them for the next one. Okay, so far so good. So I'm gonna pause and I'll try to get to, let's say, round 6 and we'll see where we're at. Okay, I've made it to Battle 6, so I've learned a couple things along the way here, and I want to share. Explodon is very helpful. It's a really good pairing with Railshot. He charges up the ultimate meter very quickly with his 5 explosions when you have him maxed, which gives you that much extra Rocket Barrage to start clearing the field. So for Lucky Battle, you're going to want to try that combo. And then the straight line attack with the energy shot that you get from Railshot, I mean, that's just extra ammo right there. It's basically just destruction. See what I'm talking about there? Look at that. I'm just going to hit those towers all day. Good combo. Now, the maps here vary. Some maps are better than others. We got this tri-lane map. And, of course, Explodon makes it a little difficult there with that blue screen. I think that's a bug that needs to be worked out. It could just be my phone, too. I'm not trying to throw anybody under the bus there. But it's hard to see the screen when it's all blue. So take that in the spirit intended. So this is supposed to be part Railshot, part Lucky Battle. I think Railshot is helpful for Lucky Battle. But you got to pair it up with something right. So I recommend this. I think this is a 1 or 2 thumbs up loadout. Railshot, Raccoon, Explodon, and Rocket Barrage. It definitely helps you clear things out. One thing to note is that these towers, they regenerate. That wasn't always the case, but they do now, so you're going to constantly want to hit them. So a tip on your tower damage would be to, unless you're able to hit them real quick like I am here with Rocket Barrage, you're going to want to focus on one tower to at least get that gone first. Buy yourself some breathing room to get the other one. So we're almost done with this demo. I'm not going to show you every single battle because that's going to make this super long, and this is already a long video. For those of you that made it to the end here, thank you for sticking with me. The rewards is worth mentioning for Lucky Battle. So I'll point that out here after this one. And I noticed there's a red gate swinging to the left there. I'm going to shoot Explodon at it because I think that may trigger his explosion that much faster, which I want. Especially now because I'm starting to get a little... Yeah, there you go. Actually, no, that wasn't the red gate. He just got hit. These lanes like this, when they start getting heavy, that's tough. They're backing up on me a little bit. That could just be my play, Whew, just made it. So that's something about Railshot that I find to be a limitation. When you get back down to the front line, like I just had happen to me, and I just barely made it through, there's no other weapon that gets you out of that situation easier than Flamethrower. So we'll do a demonstration on Lucky Battle with Flamethrower later, but for Railshot, keep that in mind here. Some of these, when you get up into like the 20s for Lucky Battle, those things are going to come bearing down on you real fast. So I'm lucky I got Raccoon because it's slow compared to, say, like Bat. If this was Bat, I probably wouldn't have made it this far. So this is still a fun loadout combination to use, but I don't see myself getting very far. I think I'll probably try 1 or 2 more levels, and I'll probably cash it in to try to get my skip-its. And that leads me to my last point, the rewards. So Lucky Battle is good for skip-its. I love it for that. You can get some pretty good bricks, some pretty good coins, cards, stars, but for me the focus has always been skip-its. So, but there's good rewards all around. So if you're leveling up stars and cards and coins, it's a pretty good source of that. I wouldn't use Lucky Battle for, say, bricks for a piggy race, but you're still going to get something that'll help you out there. But there's very few other sources for skip-its that are like this, save maybe World Clash. So definitely give Lucky Battle a good look. Do it as much as you can. Try different combinations, and earn your rewards, earn your skip-its. But that is all I have for this Railshot demo. This is also a Lucky Battle demo as well. So we're gonna sum up 2 things here. First, Railshot, situational cannon. I think not a universal one. At its max level, the strengths are much clearer, but also are its weaknesses. So this is my opinion. It's based on hands-on testing. If you've had different results, drop them in the comments. I'm curious how others are using Railshot. And good demo on Railshot's capabilities in Lucky Battle here. In Lucky Battle, consider this combination. It's definitely fun. I don't know how far you'll go, just because that fire rate for Railshot is a limitation, but all the other capabilities make it helpful. If you got the right champion, and of course the ultimate and the energy shot beam make it easier to clear those lanes. So keep that in mind. So that's it for this video. It was a long one. Thanks for sticking with me. That's all I have. So feel free to ask me questions, draw comments, subscribe if you'd like to see more videos. I'll be doing more Lucky Battle combo reviews and cannon reviews and so forth. So this has been another victory for Gaming Dads. Gaming Dads out.